Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I am the Twisted Jedi, and in today's video I wanted to discuss with all of you my wish list for the upcoming respawn Star Wars game Jedi Fallen Order. Now I know a lot of you have been requesting this video and it has been in development for a little while because I really wanted to make sure I covered as many aspects of the game as possible for all of you guys to enjoy. Before I get started though guys, I wanted to let you all know that my new merch has officially launched. So if you want a Team Twisted t-shirt or hoodie like the ones that are being shown on screen right now, then the link will be down in the description below. Anyways, I'm going to start out with a few things we already know about the game and then get into a couple of other things I want to see in terms of storyline, gameplay, and customization. So without waiting any further, let's get into it. So as we all know, Jedi Fallen Order was announced by Vince Zampella at EA Play, and along with the name of the game, he also teased when in the Star Wars timeline it would be set, the type of character we will be playing, and when we can expect the game's release. So starting off with the release, it's currently due to come out in the holiday season of next year, so 2019. In terms of the story, we will be playing as a Jedi who is on the run after the events of Order 66. So during the Dark Times, obviously we will be hunted by the Empire, and hopefully we will even see appearances of Darth Vader, possibly even still as Anakin Skywalker as he was when he was killing the younglings in the Jedi Temple. I think that would be a really cool way to start off the game. So that gives you kind of an idea of the character we will be playing and the setting, so let's talk about some of my storyline hopes. Personally, I would love for the game to start off in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, and you have just heard the news that younglings and other Jedi are being slaughtered by the front entrance of the Jedi Temple. From here, I hope you have to escape the temple using simple lightsaber attacks and force abilities, which would hopefully be upgradable over time. After escaping the Jedi Temple, I would love to see your character get off-world or even escape into the depths of Coruscant to hide from the Empire. Obviously, in your attempts to remain hidden, the Empire will come across you every now and then, and you'll either have to take them out or figure out a way to outsmart them. Along the way, it would be cool to meet other characters that would help you on your journey. One that definitely comes to mind is Ahsoka. Having left the Jedi Temple a fair bit before the events of Order 66, it would be cool to run into her or even someone like Kanan Jarrus along the way who can guide you in your attempts to escape or remain hidden from the Empire. As the game goes on and gets progressively harder, I would love for the Empire to be aware of your existence and then actively begin to hunt you down and maybe even send stronger enemies after you than just clones or stormtroopers, depending on how long the storyline of the game goes for. I think facing off against the Inquisitors could be a really good chance for some awesome lightsaber battles, possibly leading up to a showdown with Darth Vader at the end of the game. Something else that I think could be really cool is to come up against Creel at some point. For those of you that don't know who Creel is, he was an alien who joined the Empire and caught the attention of Darth Vader for his skills. He then decided to train him in lightsaber combat even though he wasn't force sensitive, so he's had personal training from Darth Vader himself. Creel was a part of the 501st and served directly under Vader, so I think him and the Inquisitors could make really cool opponents throughout the storyline. Anyways, dissecting any more out of the story is probably a little bit difficult at this point, so without further information, let's jump into the customization that I'd like to see. I think in terms of customization, it would be really cool to create your own Jedi as such instead of playing as a pre-created character. This would allow for you to choose your species such as Zabrak, Togruta, Mon Calamari, human, a bunch of different other species to choose from as well as male or female. Customizing the body type and height could also be a cool feature, but limit it depending on race, obviously, because we don't want, it to get outside of the main look that they normally have, and maybe even different abilities based on what race you choose. So you think of someone like Thrawn, who is a Chiss. He's definitely got a lot of different abilities. If you've read the novel, you know what I'm talking about. Different species have different abilities, that kind of thing. That could be really, really cool as well. The next step would be to choose a class, much like in Star Wars The Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic, where you choose between Jedi Sentinel, Consular, or Guardian, and again, I can see different abilities or attribute boosts depending on the class you pick for your character. Another cool thing could be customizable clothing. This would add another awesome dimension to the game, maybe starting with typical Jedi attire in the beginning, and then as you go undercover to hide from the Empire, then maybe clothing changes could come along with it. Something I really like about KOTOR and SWOTOR is that different armor, boots, gloves, helmets, and so on can be earned and equipped for defensive and attribute boosts. This would be a cool idea as certain items could be earned through side quests or missions that you can complete outside of the main story. Being able to wear different masks or helmets could make for cool customization options as well, such as a Mandalorian helmet helmet that you can then take somewhere to be painted in colors that you design and choose for it. This would be a good way to disguise yourself and continually change your appearance throughout the game. Masks like the character in the thumbnail for this video could be really cool as well, and another way again to hide your face. The last thing I could really think of for customization is being able to choose your lightsaber color. I know it usually depends on your class, but being able to choose its color, whether it be blue or green or purple or even white, would be absolutely amazing. So I really hope that becomes an option too, because at the end of the day, this is a video game and it wants to make the players happy. So if you get the choice to choose your colored lightsaber, then that would be awesome as well. Anyways, that's enough for customization. Let's talk about some gameplay. So I have already mentioned a few bits and pieces that kind of tie in with gameplay, but as far as lightsaber combat, I would love to see something as fun as Jedi Outcast or The Force Unleashed, but obviously with upgraded tech and mechanics. Thinking of the lightsaber combat we have now, like in Battlefront 2, definitely leaves a lot to be desired, so I think if Fallen Order can get this right, then it will be a hugely popular feature of the game. Lightsaber combat can ultimately make or break a single player Star Wars game, so getting it right might be the difference between this being a good game and a great one. In terms of progression, I would like to see a leveling system starting at level 1 obviously, and each time you grow a level you can use points to upgrade physical abilities or force powers. Think back to the Revenge of the Sith game from years ago, or even Knights of the Old Republic where you upgrade skills and abilities with each level. Something like that would be really fun with Jedi Fallen Order for sure. Along with leveling up, it would be cool to unlock and upgrade different attacks or force abilities with an ability tree, much like the Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War games do, and balancing different powers on the light and dark side of the Force, much like KOTOR did with the Force Lightning, for example, being more of a dark side ability. I think that'd be cool, and that was definitely one of my favorite features of Shadow of War, so that would add perfectly into Jedi Fallen Order. This next bit I want to talk about mixes a little bit of customization with the leveling system. It would be really fun to add an element of crafting into the game. Maybe at some point you can lose your lightsaber in the game and have to use what you can find to craft basic weapons until you find the right pieces to build another lightsaber and obviously get another kyber crystal. Crafting levels could definitely be utilized in Jedi Fallen Order, and changing or creating weapons to appear the way you want them to based on the materials gathered could again add more depth to the gameplay. As the game progresses, it would be cool to learn new things or draw on powers by discovering Sith or Jedi relics like holocrons or ancient texts or manuscripts from the older Jedi temples that we know exist around the universe. Maybe when you find these relics or holocrons in the story is when you come face to face with an Inquisitor as sort of like a boss battle, and then you have to defeat them as they are seeking to claim the same item for themselves, or even worse, claiming them for Darth Vader. Ultimately guys, this game has so much potential and so many different options. This has me so excited to see what the future holds for it, and I can't wait for some more information. There are so many good story-based single-player games out there. I would love for Fallen Order to join the ranks among the best. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up down below and drop a comment letting me know what you want to see most out of Jedi Fallen Order. If you are new to the channel and want to stay up to date with all things Fallen Order as well as Battlefront 2, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for alerts when I post a new video. As always guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am the Twisted Jedi, and may the Force be with you always.